esoteric explorers, are you guys feeling the love? Are y'all feeling the love? Okay, all right, I'm just gonna get into it. So I'm gonna talk about the energy a little bit later, but right now I want to go into my experience from last night. So how am I gonna start this? Okay, so the first thing that I want to say, the two techniques I am using from ce5 techniques, and then I'm using Luis Mineros technique for cleansing your energy, clearing your energy, interiorzation, exteriorzation, and VELO technique. If you want to learn how to do those techniques, I'll add the video later in the description, but most of you guys know already from my channel. Anyways, back to it. The other one, the ce5 technique that I use, I don't think he has a word for it or a name, but it's where you're from your energy, you're going up and up and up like you're a drone from your city, then from your house to your city, to your state, to your country, out of the world, out into the galaxy. So I work on these techniques. I try to do them every day. I just feel like those are really strong, and then also when you're doing out into the galaxy, you're calling to your galactic brothers and sisters and saying, hey, if it's safe for you to come, please do so, or whatever, like if it's safe for you, I'd like to have interaction with you. Anyway, so also while I was doing that, and what I was asking them and what I was focusing on was, hey, you guys, I really want to open my pineal gland. I really want to cleanse my pineal gland. Can you please help me? So that was my intention last night, was calling them. But also, as most of you know who've already follow me, in some of my experiences, I get freaked out really quickly. Yes, I call them. Yes, I talk to them. I asked to have interactions with them. I do have interactions with them, but at the same time, I'm working through these things that, like I said, from my background of a Christiana point of view and coming from that. So even still, some of the instances are scary. It's like kind of scary, like they look different. You're feeling new sensations, you're feeling weird things. And I don't want to say weird in a bad way because it doesn't feel good, but it's new, so it's kind of scary, but that's okay. So we work on it. So anyway, so let me just get into it. So like I said, I was calling them, doing my techniques, and then saying, hey guys, I want to cleanse my pineal gland. I would like to open it up. Okay. So while I'm working on my energy, I have this intention. And also I gotta say, lately I've been listening to the like sonic elevators, the oh god, what are they called? They're like some type of music to help you, binaural beats. I'm listening to those. Okay, so I'm listening to that. Then let me start on the experience. Here it goes. Okay, so I get inked out really fast, right? And I'm in that state where I'm half in my body, half kind of astraling, but I'm still really sensing my body, but I'm also very much sensing them, but not seeing them 100%, very much sensing their presence around me. I'm laying down, getting ready for bed, right? I'm doing my energy work. There's one to my right, there's one a little bit kind of in front of him, and there's kind of one to my left. I'm laying down, my fiance's next to me, but I still feel these energies kind of around me, right? And I'm seeing them a little bit too, and like I said, they look different. They look like grays. So they're kind of, scary looking. They're not human. So at first, I go in there, I feel them, I see them, and I feel this tightness in my face, right? And I feel like a clicking. I hear it kind of like clicking, and I feel like stuff going on here, right? And I'm like, like at first I freak out, right? I'm like, oh no, I jumped out. I see them, I hear them, I feel this. It's like all this going on, right? So immediately I jump back to my body, because like I said before, like even in Louis says, if you get scared, you'll go back fast. So I jump back into my body, and I'm like, okay, you called them, you asked for their help, and I could almost like sense them, not frustrated, like they understood, but like saying that like, hey, you asked us, we're doing what you asked us, So even to myself, I'm like, this, you called them, this is what you're asking for, they're doing it, okay? So I'm like, all right, let's try this again. I'm working on my energy again, VELO technique to put me back, right? I go back really quickly, back into the same spot. And I'm not going to say I was not scared, because I was still scared. But I could remember hearing myself. You're like kind of half awake. You know when you kind of wake up from a nightmare and you're like trying to talk, but you're like you talk so quiet. Like you can't use your whole voice for some reason, right? Okay. So at the same time, I'm hearing myself say, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Relax. Don't freak out. Okay? So I'm telling myself, I'm making my body move. Woo, that was cool. My contacts move. They get dry and they move around. So I'm telling myself, don't freak out. Relax. And at the same time, I'm feeling this tightness around, like tight in my forehead, tight here. And I even feel like my muscle goes like that, like involuntarily on the left side, like tight, right? But then at the same time, I'm feeling them, and I'm hearing this clicking thing, and it feels like they're like tapping on it, like not with their fingers, but I feel it like vibrating and like quick, like as if like, I don't know, they hooked up energy to something, and it's like they're like the energy is like, and I'm feeling it like going off and off in my head and in my pineal gland. And they're all around me, and I see them, and I sense them, and I feel them, and I'm like, okay, they're doing what you asked, you know. But at the same time, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still very scared, I'm still very freaked out. I'm telling myself, you need to calm down, don't freak out, just breathe, just relax, right? So they're working on it. This lasts not even like a couple minutes, and then I think I go back to my body. Kind of falling in and out of theta, so kind of falling asleep a little bit too. But I remember this I don't want to say I didn't want to go to sleep, because I remember it was hard for me to go to sleep after, because when I came back, I still get this sense like I'm scared, like are they gonna jump right here in front of my room, like, and like my fiancé is gonna see them, like, you know. So like I even kind of back up to my fiancé, I'm like hugging him a little bit, and I don't know why, like I'm calling them here. I'm asking them to help me. They're helping me. They're doing exactly what I'm asking them to do, to help me open my pineal gland, to help me do these things. But it's just, like I said, an experience. It's like you feeling these different sensations, these takeoff sensations. So yeah, I remember it took me a little while to go back to sleep, just because I was like, holy shit, like, oh my God. Like, yeah, they came and they were not messing with, I think they were trying to clear it, decalcify it, whatever they were doing. I asked them to help, and they were really focusing on here. So yeah, I thought that was amazing, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But yeah, like the energy right now is so intense, it's so strong. I feel like there's so much contact right now, and so easy, like so quick, so fast. And then also I wanted to say, you know, sorry for my regular followers that I've been lagging. I've really been lagging. And I heard from Water Baby that, at least for Geminis, Virgo risings too, that right now we've been putting a lot of energy not into ourselves. We've been putting energy out, and that we need to focus to putting that energy back into ourselves. And I know that I was doing that for a while. I asked my part-time job to put me at more full-time, because I was scared that oh my God, look at my contacts, they're dry, they keep moving on their own, to ask me to put me to more hours, because I thought that my other job was going to slow down around Christmas, but it really didn't around COVID. That was just me kind of doubting myself, thinking I wasn't going to be able to make as much money, and that was a mistake. So but at the same time, I don't want to say mistake, because I get to really realize that, hey, I do not want to spend 40 hours putting my time into another company, you know, into I don't want to say minimum wage, like it is minimum wage, but I'm lucky where I'm at. I have a great boss, I have a great manager, I love the people I work with, it's a great company. But at the same time, I am not going to spend 40 hours putting energy for you and your company. I will very happily be part-time for you, but 35 hours, 25 hours needs to be put back into me and what I want and what makes my heart sing, you know? And so I'm glad that I finally got to see that, like, hey, no, this is not for me. I cannot do this. And yes, I can support myself. I can support myself doing what I love, and I will continue doing that. So anyways, yeah, little rant, but I felt like that wasn't only just me going through this energy. It was a lot of us, the collective, going through, putting a lot of our energy not into ourselves, like, and then because of that, we were putting energy not into ourselves. We were like fucking exhausted these past weeks, so exhausted from not putting energy where you want it to go, which is back into you and back into what you want to do and back into your loves and what interests you. So you're putting all this energy into things you don't want to do and things you'd rather not be doing, but you feel like you have to or whatever. But so now, yeah, like, realize like it's exhausting, it's stupid. Why? That's not what we're here for. You're here to do you, and you're here to follow your life's passion and your heart's passion and do what it wants you to do, and you'll be covered. So anyways, that's what my channel is for. My channel is I love reading. That's what makes my heart sing, and I'm trying to make a living off of that. So I'm gonna be adding up like Venmo and like Cash App. So like if any of my followers or anybody out there is able to afford to be able to help me, you know, just send a little bit that way. So what I do is I read esoterical books. I even read children's books. And then I usually break those books down chapter by chapter, so that people who don't like reading, or people who don't want to read, people who don't want to spend that time doing it, you just don't like reading, that's fine. I'll do it for you. Pay me and I'll do it for you, you know, drop a little change this way, I will do it for you. You know, right now I'm doing it for free, but if there's a certain book you want me to do, for sure I'll do it. So that's another thing. But the other thing is that I've been lagging is, so I gotta say too, I gotta give a shout out to Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morgan Crow. These books have been distracting me from my esoteric books. Jessica Townsend, oh my god. If you guys can, or if you have kids, middle schoolers, these are great books. They are best-selling novels. Great. These have been distracting me. But yeah, so anyways, it's getting long. But I wanted to share that what happened last night, and it's crazy. Like I said, like, I love it. I'm so excited. I love that they interact with me, and when I ask them to do things, like, they're here for me. They want to help me, and they're very patient, very patient. Like I said, I was asking them to do this, and then when they came and they started doing it, I came out of my body. I freaked out, and then I went back in, and then they were like, dude, you asked us to do this for you. Like, why are you freaking out? But they weren't upset. Like I said, very patient, very understanding. Like, I could feel like, what? But she asked us, but at the same time, like, not in a rude or like, oh, this stupid bitch. Like, you know, it was like, they understood, they get it. Like, it's okay. You know, take your time. Like, but we're here. We're here to do what you asked us to do. We're here to do what we had to do. And I realized it too. And because I felt that presence, that non-judgmental presence, that loving, caring presence, that I knew, like, it wasn't non-judgmental. So I was like, okay, they're here, they're trying to help you, let's go back into it. And I did. I worked on my energy, and I went back into it, and repeating myself again. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I was still scared in there around them with their energy and feeling them work on it. But at the same time, I was telling myself, calm down, relax, it's okay, calm down. And yeah, I mean, I can't tell a huge difference. I feel great today. I feel really loving mood, really great. But just the fact that I know that when I ask them to, oh my god, it's a beautiful thing. I'm like gonna get emotional now, that when I asked them to help me with something, they did. Hi, baby.
Who are you talking to?
Say hi.
Hi. Who is it?
My YouTube.
Oh.